So hey what's up guys, Box here and welcome to a brand new episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode. And it's not just any episode, it is the season finale for season 1, and this is going to hopefully be our last episode in Moto3. Taking a look at the calendar, then we have these two races, of course, Sepang and Valencia, and we also have quite a bit going on. So we've got the extra development for the frame and the engine, which are all completed now, so look at that, doing pretty good. No need to do anything else. Area developed to the utmost, same here pretty much. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get that last node, but oh well, we will have enough to get through the rest of the season. So let's just head down to the Sepang International Circuit and hopefully get ourselves a good starting position for the race. Coming around the final corner then, and it is an absolute monsoon out here at the Sepang International Circuit, where we haven't even put a fastest sector in this qualifying lap in Q2, and we are, what, 1.2 seconds off of the pace. This isn't good, and we are in stone dead last. We haven't got the pace around here in the wet, so we've set our opening lap, and we're going to have to go in again and try just to get through to Q2 if we can. But again, the bike can't just get it to turn in these conditions. Very, very tricky, but let's see what else we could do over the course of this lap. I need to monitor the fuel as well. I'm going to have to flip the fuel down if I want enough to finish this lap. But look, we're even slower through that first sector. It might be a last to first. Wow, a last to wherever. I'm not saying we'll be able to get first from last place, but the race is going to be dry, thank God. But let's see how we do through sector 2. Let's ride on board for a bit. Gonna have to turn the fuel down on this qualifying lap, which isn't ideal. Where's the sector split? It's around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there we go. Fastest, that's better. Right. We should have enough fuel for the rest of the lap. I'll use power mode 2 down the meta back straight. So let's carry on with this lap then. McPhee's just set, oh no, Lopez has just set a even faster lap now. And our second fastest sector split there has now gone to personal best. So hopefully it's enough to get us through into the next round of qualifying. This is our last lap anyway. Chuck it in the final corner. The rear got a bit squirrely there. Ooh, again it's a bit squirrely. Oh, come on, put the power down, let's go. Right, what's it going to be as a come across line? 222.6 is what we need. I don't think we're going to get it at 23. Oh, we just made it into Q2 though, so I'll take that. 23. And again it's wet. And you know what, I'm just going to get straight into the race, you know. Start from the middle of the grid. I think we're wasting our time with qualifying a little bit. Obviously not, because we're trying to get further up the grid. But I mean, look at that. Our time would have put us sort of around here. So, I mean, it would have been a bit. Oh, no, do not want to restart. Would have been a bit of a boost, but hey ho, here's what it is. We're coming towards the end of the season. I'm excited to get the season wrapped up, to get into Moto 2. Fingers crossed. But it's nice and bright here at Sepang. So consumption check tyres. It's only a 4-lapper, but you know it's going to be medium. I feel like the rear is going to need a hard compounding. Right, lights are about to go out. Shove it into power mode 2 and see if we get a decent launch off of the line. That's an okay start, you know. We're getting the legs on a few guys, so let's tuck in the slipstream of someone if we can. And I'm going to try and get past our teammate here, so I'll take that if we can do that. Brake as late as we can into turn 1. Obviously need to be careful because we're up the inside, don't want to cause any collisions, but we find room, we slot in nicely. Vietti goes down on that Sky bike. Oh, there's contact with Fanati. Fighting our way up into P7 now, so good start. Made up a fair few positions. I was going to say a few positions, a fair few positions. Like 10. And we need to get onto the back of these Leopard riders. So it's Messiah that leads for the Leopard team, who's second in the championship. So he needs to really perform and get a win here. And he needs Foggier to struggle for him to stay in the championship race, because he's about 20 points back, or 28, something like that. So with Foggier is 25 points or more, he will take the crown here at Malaysia. So I don't want that either. I want the championship to go to the end. So let's see if I can do something about that. See if we can get ahead of Foggier and make it a little bit interesting. Obviously not what the Leopard team want, but it's only those two riders left in the championship race, because we're third and we are no longer in that race for the championship. So underneath for Foggier we go. Tuck in behind Minyo. I think a hard in the rear was the right choice, but maybe we could have gone for a hard in the front as well, because look, it's already a little bit warm. But it should be alright. If we don't push it and lean on it too much through the corners early on, we should be alright. We shouldn't take too much life out of the tyres. But here we go, all over the back of Minyo. Tucked in his slipstream, got an upgraded frame. The bike is pretty much maxed out, so it's definitely feeling a lot sharper today. It's also got that slightly upgraded engine, and I'm noticing that. So that's good. We're in P3 and we can push on, hopefully, for a podium or something. I mean, we could still get second in the championship, but not if Messiah wins. Right then, so 223.6. Minyo's coming at us. He's going to shove one up the inside if we're not careful. On the brakes into turn number 1 then. Got to find a way past Fanati. Oh, look at that rear slide. That's what I want to put in the hard tyre as well on the rear, just so we can push it a little bit, spin it up and get away with it, put down a black mark and not have to pay. Here we go, can we get Fanati up the inside? We're a bit far back. Look at the run we've got on him now. Maybe this time we'll be able to challenge him, go to the outside. Oh, just slot in front of him. He braked really early through there, but I'll take it. Not complaining. P2 past Fanati, someone we've had a little bit of rivalry with this season. I mean, we've been made a little bit of contact with him this season, but he's still with us. Look at it. Oh, the inside. See what I mean? Not the friendliest of riders, is he? This guy Fanati. He's back through. But this sort of result, if the race was to finish like this, would be ideal, because it's going to tighten up the championship. Messiah's doing everything he needs to out front, trying to extend that championship. We're going to get a really good run out of here. Look at this. Yeah, boy, we're through. Can we carry it down the straight? We can. Minyo needs to stay there, because Foggier is leading the championship, and if he finishes 5th, compared to his teammate who's going to finish 1st at this rate. Oh, we're a bit deep. That will mean a good points game from Messiah. How on earth are we still ahead of Fanati after that? He should have taken advantage of that. Looks like Foggier. Oh, look at that, he's about 4/10 of a second the race leader. 4/10 of a second quicker. We're going to be in a battle with Fanati. Oh, that's way too late round the outside, but we bring it down. Good control on the brakes. That was very heavy on the brakes there. You can see the tyres leave a mark on the track. And the front tyre, look at that front tyre. Took a chunk of wear at the front right hand side, but also the whole tyre is getting hot now as we continue to press it into the ground. I need to start looking after this tyre a bit. Maybe brake a bit earlier. I don't want the front to start folding on us. If we had a hard in the front, it would be alright. He's still there. Through turn 5. Spit and a flame from the exhaust. I love that feature in this game. Looks like Foggy is still in P5. Can we close the gap on Messiah as well? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't think we will. He's 1.5 seconds ahead and we've only got this lap and the next lap to go. I suppose it is 25% of the race. Fanati's dropping back and Foggier has someone all over the back of him. Looks like one of the Honda Team Asia riders. I could be wrong though. Looking at it from a distance. Could be Antonelli. We'll see anyway. We're only going to have one lap left after this one. And what is the gap to Fanati? not Fenati, to the guy ahead, Messiah. 1.7 seconds, he's pulled out 2/10 in that sector. So he's doing everything he needs to. This is going to make it interesting. Fog here is under attack for 5th place. He might drop down to 6th, which would be even better for the guy ahead. Fenati, he's sitting comfortably behind, so we can just cruise home now, hopefully. That's the plan, but I'm putting a bit of heat through that front tyre. About a similar gap. What is the gap now to Messiah? Up the road. 2:17 flat. He goes half a second quicker. He's now 2.1 seconds clear. Fenati's still there. We've got a bit of extra fuel to burn off if we need to. Oh, Fenati closes right up. I was being very conservative there. Oh, look at that rubber we left. Gonna use some of the spare fuel. Pull away from Fenati a bit over the course of this lap, actually, if we can. Oh, not that much. Jesus. We really chucked it into there, didn't we? Again, they just slightly lift off the throttle there. And the exhaust go pop, pop. It sounds lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's better through here. We've actually closed the gap on Messiah slightly through there. So that's good, pushing it a little bit more. We can continue to push it because I need to keep Fenati at bay, ideally. Someone's down. Who is it? Garcia. Oh, there's no one right behind us. So then, absolutely bombing it into the final corner. Look how hot that front tyre is now after that. So I'm glad we got no more. We haven't got any more laps to go in this race because the front tyre was getting very hot and squidgy. But anyway, 2nd place, a good result for us. Pretty exciting start, but then it died down during the rest of it. We got the move on Fenati, and then that was it really. Couldn't catch up to Messiah, but he's only 13 points different now. So this is going to make an interesting finale. Who will come out on top out of the 2 Leopard riders? They've absolutely ran away with the championship this season with the team rankings as well. So there we go. 2nd place, another podium. Fenati as well, rounded off the podium too. So let's head into the final race of the season. Right then, we are on the grid, and you might be wondering where qualifying is. Well, since the last race of the season, I thought we'd spice it up a bit, and we would do a last to first. We've had no practice around here at Valencia. If you remember back to last year's game with Valencia, we did not get on. So it's looking like it's going to be, 6 laps, so maybe a medium and a medium front and rear. That's what I think we'll do. Let's see what everyone else went for. But I think mediums will do us nicely. Yeah, a few softs, a few mediums. Our teammates ran 2 mediums as well. So let's see what we can do then. Back of the grid. But crucially, those 2 Leopard riders are going to be battling it out hard. It would have been nice to interfere with them, but I don't want to get in the way of their championship race, to be honest. So let's see what we can do. Off of the line then. We're going to have an interesting race because we're coming from the back, so we've got a bit of work to do. But it's going to make it interesting. There's our teammate, Onku there. Use a bit of extra fuel mode down this front straight, and then let's chuck it into turn number 1. Nicely up the inside of a few riders, up into P27. This is tight up here, look at this. But again, I'm just going to try sneak underneath if I can. Oop, contact. Oh my god, it's tight in here. Oh, Arbolino goes down, there's a crash. Somewhere further back. We're making up positions nicely. Is stuck on the outside there. Who's that? Is that Fenati? No, Fenati's up the road. One of Fenati's teammates. Onto the back of Salak now. Cutting through the field like butter. Come on. 6 laps around here. It's a fairly short circuit. And I've got absolutely no fuel for some reason. I think that's just the fuel consumption thing. I'm going to whack it down to 0 anyway. Save some fuel. Ugh. while we're in this traffic. Hopefully that fuel figure will start to go up. If not, I'm a bit concerned as to where it's all gone. I only ran power mode 2 for a little bit. And we are running out of fuel, it's going down. Why isn't our power mode working? Come on, I'm in power mode 0. What? I have not used that much fuel. I did have 6.1 laps of fuel in the bike at the start, didn't I? I think so, anyway. If not, this is a bit weird because I'm in power mode 0. Anyway, let's just go to this as we run out of fuel. I'm going to have to run power mode 0 for... Yeah, there we go. It's starting to climb. I'm going to keep using power mode 0 though. Just until I know we're safe. We're up the inside into turn 1, but we run it wide. We hold on in front of Suzuki. Now it's time to get through on Antonelli. Yeah, up the inside. And he had to back right out of that. I did not mean to run him up that high. I don't even think I ran him up that high, to be honest. He exaggerated a bit. Up into P5 now. Oh, we have some pace here. This bike with this new frame upgrade last week, well, last race, is feeling pretty good. Who's leading? Foggier, third place. Who's this up our inside? Foggier, third place. If I get ahead of Foggier, what's the gap? Because Messiah's leading, 25 points. What is fourth place? Because I'm going to try and get Foggier. But Messiah's doing everything he needs to again. Oh god, he's pulling it out at the back at the end. I would not want to be Foggier. Maybe Foggier's got some last minute nerves. Pressure's getting to him. Who knows? Who knows what's going through his brain? We're a second off of him though. And he's going to be getting the board to show that we're going quickly behind him, so I wouldn't want to be him. I'm going to have to continue to run power mode 0. I don't know why it's showing we've got barely any fuel, because we did have 6 laps of fuel. And I've not used like 3 laps worth of fuel on the opening 2 laps. What's the gap as we cross the line? Have we closed it down a little bit? 1 second, Messiah, 42.6. We do a 42.4. We go even faster. That is beautiful. Bombing it into turn number 1. We're doing good round here at Valencia. I never do well at Valencia. We get a fast lap of the race. If you remember, if you watched my MotoGP 19 career mode, you know Valencia was a track we've always struggled with. I just praying we got enough fuel because I'm in fuel mode 0. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's a little bit bugged at this track. Foggy is all over the back of Fanati though. Oh, this could swing back into Foggier's favour. I'm always rooting for Messiah because he's the underdog. Would be good. Oh, he's through. Foggier is through on Fanati. Come on, Fanati, fight back. Come on, make it an interesting championship. Foggy is doing everything he needs to now. He doesn't need to push it. If Messiah was going to play it tactically, he'd drop back into this battle with these two. But then, of course, he would lose risk in the race, and he can't control anything else other than his results. So he needs to just power on and bomb it out if he can. We're closing up to these guys. Foggier is pulling away slightly from Fanati, I think. Can we get ourselves on the podium for the season finale? We're going to try. I daren't take it out of power mode 0. I don't know why we've got absolutely no fuel. God knows why. Anyway, 42.3, another fast lap of the race. Fastest man out on track. Through turn 1 nicely there. Fanati's next on the list. Coming from a long way back, sneak up the inside. Sorry, not sorry, Fanati. God, I am mean. And I ain't going to have enough fuel left. I don't know where all the fuel's gone. We're all over the back of Foggier now. Nothing he can do. We're coming underneath. Fanati's dropped way back. And disappointing in Fanati. Could have made it an interesting race. But Foggy's going to end up second because I'm going to run out of fuel through no fault of my own. And it's quite funny, really, because Catalonia, I was completely oblivious. I ran out of fuel. This time I'm conscious of it, and I've ran power mode 0 all race long, apart from the front straight and the launch, where I ran power mode 2 on the first lap, and for some reason that's used all our fuel up. Anyway, let's see what we can do. 42.6, another quick lap, but not a personal best or fastest lap. Here comes Foggy here anyway. Chuck it through into turn number 1. And Fanati's starting to catch up again. Don't know what else I can do to save fuel. We've got a lap's worth left. Which means this time and the next lap we'll run out of fuel according to this. Which isn't good. Or maybe if I lift and coast a bit. But I don't want to lift and coast. I shouldn't have to. Well, let me know if I've done anything stupidly wrong here, but... Oh, Foggy trying to come through. This isn't going to help him out. He's got to be fair, he has got to clear us if he can. Chuck it through here. I thought he was going to get alongside of us, but there's Fanati closing in. I think Antonelli and Suzuki are back there too, but I don't think they're going to catch up. But Masaya, I think his name is. He's absolutely running away with it. This lap hasn't been brilliant, because I'm slightly distracted by that fuel number down there. What? So, top tip, if you come to Valencia, overfuel the bike. Otherwise you have to run power mode 0 basically all race and still not make it to the end. But we're going to run out of fuel. This isn't good. How's it gone so wrong here today? 43.9, that was a slower lap. We're going to run out of fuel any moment now. We're going side by side into turn 1, lift and coast on the brakes. Yep, here it comes, final lap. We're going to run out of fuel. I don't think we're going to accelerate out of this corner. We're still running. Game says we've got no fuel, and we're... Oh, there we go. Oh, engine's cut out. Pull over to the marshals. What a way to win the season, eh? What a way. How lonely. God damn it. Oh, I feel really done over there by the game a little bit. Shame, but Messiah won in the end. Which means Foggy takes the championship by 8 points. Thoroughly deserved. They both did really well this season. A really interesting season as well. And I need to start getting some contracts, or else I'm going to be out of a ride for next season, which I do not want. And I do not want to be stuck here in Moto 3. This is one thing I've got to try and do. Right then. Season over. Here's our overview. We gained 5,000 rep. We gained some extra credits. We finished 3rd in the championship. 4 wins, 13 podiums, and 10 pole positions. Wow, that was good. That was good. Look at those results. After a shaky start in Qatar, we pulled it out the bag. Really, no more to say. We should have got another podium there. We should have got 2nd place at Valencia. I'm really cheesed off about that. It should have been 14 podiums. Oh well. Right, what happens now? So let's end off the season. We got these 5 weeks or whatever. Take a look at some technical staff, of course. Got this new guy, B+. Again, I don't know what we can upgrade, but he's looking good. What about data analysts? B. And B grade as well. That's good. Personal manager then. Proposals received. We've got 6 weeks to confirm our ride. Contract search. We can start some negotiations. I can't get into MotoGP, unfortunately, but we can start negotiations. We got a high chance anyway from every team. Oh, not quite every team. Not the top teams. Not a lot of the top teams, really. Okay. So I'm going to see what my personal manager has to say. So we've got some new proposals, and I'm not going to accept any yet. I'm going to go on the hunt for my own contract. So, contract search. Who do we want to race for? Do we want to make our own team? Do we want to make our own team? So, in the end, I've decided, after I've been sat here for a little while, I've been trying to decide what I want to do. But I'm going to go for this team here. So, it seems that the new Calyx team is forming, and it will be sponsored by GoPro. So here we go. This is what we're going to do. We're going to sign for the GoPro Calyx team. Hopefully, if we can get some negotiation. I don't know how it works, but hopefully we can get some negotiations. I might throw a few more in here as well. Maybe the Oakley GP MV Augusta. I'm also going to start with this Oakley team Moto 2, confirm negotiations, and also I don't know if this gives us a lower chance of getting in, but I need to try and get in there, so I'm going to try with the Petronas team anyway, just in case. So we'll see. Let's skip on. Hopefully our personal manager can do something for us, so I presume we just skip on. Right, we've had some stuff come in. So, new candidates available. I'm going to leave all them till we start the season. And we've got 4 contracts in, which is good. Looks like we've had all of our choices, really. So, we can refuse them. And I'm just going to quickly skip on, just out of interest, if we get any more. No, that's it. Okay, proposals received. We need to decide who we're going to go for. So I guess the order I did it in will be what we do. So GoPro Calyx team, we're going to accept that. Oh, wait. Let me check. Sign on bonus and a salary. Okay, so we get more of a bonus, but they pay us more of a salary, the other ones. But anyway, I want to go for this one, the original one, the Calyx team, GoPro Calyx. We're going to be joining a brand new team. We're going to be managing them to success, hopefully. We did just sign, didn't we? I presume so. Advance to the next week. Looks like we need to carry on advancing. Hopefully, it did recognise that we... presume GoPro. Yeah, here we go. We have signed this contract. That's fine. Just want to check. I was a bit worried. Advance. Right, let's get to the end of the season then. And here is our new team. It's nice and blue. So we can now customize the bike and stuff. So I'm going to do this in the next episode. But for now, I really do hope you have enjoyed. And if you are excited for the Moto 2 season, do let me know down below, and I'll see you then.